What does it take to stand in one place holding on to a single tree for 3 straight days and nights? No sleep, no food, no breaks, just you, a tree, and a will of iron. This is the story of Truphena Muthoni, a 22-year-old from Kenya, and she just set a new, almost unimaginable Guinness World Record, 72 consecutive hours of tree hugging. But this record was never just about endurance. It was a silent scream, a stunning act of protest born from a deep personal betrayal. And by the end, it would galvanize an entire nation. On December 8, 2025, in Nyeri, Kenya, Truphena wrapped her arms around a tree. The clock started. Her goal? To shatter her own previous record of 48 hours. The rules were brutal, designed for maximum symbolic impact, constant physical contact, no sustenance. She was a statue of resolve. And she wasn't alone. Crowds gathered. National leaders, including Governor Mutahi Kahiga and famed Pan-Africanist PLO Lumumba, came to lend their support. The nation watched as this young woman entered a physical and mental battle against time, cold, and exhaustion. At the 48-hour mark, she didn't just keep going. She tied a blindfold around her eyes for 3 hours, a powerful gesture to highlight the vulnerabilities of people with disabilities in the climate crisis. This was a layered protest for the trees, for the overlooked, and for our collective conscience. But why such an extreme act? The full story makes it all make sense. Just days before this marathon began, Truphena gave an emotional interview. She revealed a heartbreaking secret. She had won a national competition to represent Kenya at a major global environmental summit in Brazil. It was her dream platform. But then, officials at the very ministry meant to empower her allegedly demanded a bribe of 300,000 Kenyan shillings to process her travel documents. When she said she couldn't pay, the allegation goes further. She claims she was then asked for sexual favors as an alternative. She refused. The government delegation, including officials and their spouses, jetted off to Brazil. Truphena, the legitimate winner, was left behind. An environmental lawyer called it daylight robbery of youth dreams. Governor Kahiga condemned the act in fierce terms. But for Truphena, the message was clear. The system had failed her. So, what did she do? Did she give up? She did the opposite. She turned her pain into purpose. As she said herself, "They stole Brazil from me, so I gave Kenya a world record instead." And when she finally, triumphantly, unlocked her arms after 72 hours, Kenya didn't just see a record breaker, they saw a hero. Her act of resilient protest triggered a tidal wave of support. Betting firms, safari companies, tech shops, and fashion brands pledged over 1 million shillings, holidays, smartphones, and custom wardrobes. But more importantly, she sparked a national conversation. People across Kenya began hugging trees in solidarity, sharing her message. She channeled the spirit of Kenya's great environmentalist, the late Nobel laureate Wangari Maathai, who taught us that holding on to a tree is an act of revolutionary defiance. Truphena modernized that fight, using the global language of a record to spotlight local corruption and global crisis. So, what is a world record? Sometimes it's just a number, but sometimes it's the physical evidence of an unbreakable spirit. Truphena Muthoni's 72-hour embrace wasn't just about holding a tree. It was about holding power to account. It was about holding on to hope when every institution lets you down. And it was about holding the attention of a nation, forcing them to see the resilience of our planet and the youth fighting for it in a new light. She proved that when they try to uproot your dreams, the most powerful response is to plant yourself even deeper. What do you think is the most powerful form of protest? Let us know in the comments below. If you believe in stories of resilience, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.